I'm Shamla, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, KCS Kasinada College of Arts and Science, Chennai. Here, the topic going to discuss about is quality and productivity factors in software engineering. Quality and productivity factors. Development and maintenance of software product are complex tasks. There is a fundamental difference between writing a small programs for PC and developing or modifying a software product. Software quality and programmer productivity can be improved by improving the process used to develop and maintain software products. Quality and productivity factors is divided into 16 types. The first one is individual ability. Production and maintenance of software products are labor-intensive activities. Productivity and quality are direct functions of individual ability and effort. There are two aspects of ability: general competition of the individual and familiarity of the individual with the particular application area. Lack of familiarity with the application area can result in low productivity and poor quality. On very large and extremely large projects, number of programmers so large, the individual difference in programmer productivity will tend to average out. Modules developed by weaker programs may show poor quality and may lag in delivery time. Small and medium-sized projects are extremely sensitive to the ability of the individual programmer. Individual ability is a primary factor in quality and productivity. Second one is team communication. Programming has regarded as an individual and private activity. Programmers are rarely proceed as public documents and they rarely discuss the exact details of the work in a systematic manner. So as a result, the programmers may misunderstand the role of their modules in an evolving system. This made mistake that may not be detected until some time later. Many of the recent innovations in software engineering, such as design, reviews and code reading exercise, have the goals of making software more visible and improving communications among programmers. Increasing product size results in decreasing programmer productivity due to the increased complexity of interactions among program components. Due to this, increased communication is required among programmers, managers and customers. The third one is product complexity. There are three levels of product complexity. First one, application program. Second one, utility programs. Third one, system level programs. Application program. It includes scientific and data processing routines written in a high-level language such as COBOL, Fortran, C and C++. Utility program. It includes compilers, assemblers, linkage editors and loaders. They may be written in high-level language or assembly language. System level programs. It includes data communication packages, real-time process control system, OS routines in any languages, that is high level or assembly. Application programs have the highest productivity and the system programs have the lowest productivity. Utility programs can be produced at a rate of 5 to 10 times of system programs. Application programs at a rate of 25 to 100 times of system programs. A product that is twice as large or twice as complex as a known product by whatever measure other than effort may require 10 times or even 100 times the amount of effort required for the known product. The fourth one is appropriate notations. In software engineering, the representation schemes have fundamental importance. Programming languages provides compact notations for the implementation phase of software development. But there are no widely accepted notations for stating functional requirements, design specifications, test plans or performance criteria. There are no universally accepted notation in software engineering. Appropriate notations provide vehicles of communication among project personnel. It introduces the possibility of using automated software tools to manipulate the notation and verify proper usage. Fifth one is systematic approaches. In every field, there are certain accepted procedures and techniques. A single approach to software development and maintenance will not be adequate to cover all situations. In the evaluation of software engineering, it is not clear which of the various approaches to software development should be used in which situation. The sixth one is change control. The flexibility of software is a great strength and also a great source of difficulty in software engineering. Requirements can also change due to poor understanding of the problem or external economic and political factors beyond the control of the customers or developers. Notations and procedures provide the ability to trace and access the impact of proposed changes or necessary to make visible the true cost of apparently small changes to source code. Use of appropriate notations and techniques makes control change possible without degrading the quality of work products. Planning for software project must include plans for change control. Seventh one is level of technology. It includes factors such as programming language, machine environment, programming practices, and software tools. Modern programming languages provide improved facilities for data definition and data usage. Improved constructs for specifying control flow, better modularization facilities, user-defined exception handling, and facilities for concurrent programming. The machine environment includes a set of hardware and software facilities for developing, using, and maintaining a software product. Modern programming practices include use of systematic analysis and design techniques, notations, structure coding, systematic techniques for designing and documenting and testing. Eighth one is level of reliability. Every software product must possess basic level of reliability. Extreme reliability is gained only with great care in analysis, design implementation, system testing, and maintenance of software product. Both human and machine resources are required to obtain increased reliability. Ninth type is problem understanding. Failures to understand the nature of the problem to be solved is a common and difficult issue. Often the customer does not truly understand the nature of the problem. Often the software engineer does not understand the application area and has trouble communicating with the customer because of differences in educational backgrounds, viewpoints, and technology. Careful planning customer interviews, task observations, and prototyping a preliminary version of the user's manual and precise product specification can increase both customer and the developer understanding of the problem to be solved. 10th type is available time. A software project requiring 6 programmers per month of effort can be completed by 1 programmer in 6 months or by 6 programmers in 1 month. Software projects are sensitive not only to total effort but also to elapsed time and the number of people involved. Utilizing 6 programmers for 1 month will be less effective than using 1 programmer for 6 months. This is because the learning curve for 6 programmers on a 1 month schedule will occupy a large percentage of the elapsed time, and because the effort required for coordination and communication among 6 programmers. Programmer productivity is also sensitive to the calendar time available for project completion. Determining optimum staff in levels and proper elapsed times for various activities in software product development is an important and difficult aspects of cost and resource estimation. 11th type is required skill. Software engineering requires a vast range of skills: good communications, knowledge of application area, requirement definition and design, problem solving skills, implementation of software, that is good programming knowledge, no syntax error, debugging and test plans, interpersonal communication skill. 12th type is facilities and resources. Work-related factors such as good machine access and quiet place to work are more important. Software project managers must be effective in dealing with the factors that motivate the programmers to maintain high product quality, high programmer productivity, and high job satisfaction. 13th one is adequacy of training. Express oneself clearly in English. Develop and validate software requirements and design specifications. Work within application area. Perform software maintenance. perform economic analysis, work with project management techniques, work in groups. 14th type is management skills. Many of the problems in software project management are unique. Managers experienced in management of computer hardware projects find software project management to be difficult. This is due to the differences in design methods, notations, and development tools. Many organizations offer project management training to software engineers to prepare them for project management tasks. 15th type is appropriate goals. Primary goal of software engineering is to development of software product for their intended use. Every software product must provide optimal level of generality, reliability, and efficiency. The 16th type is rising expectations. There are two interrelated aspects of rising expectations. First one is how much functionality, reliability, and performance can be provided by a given amount of development effort. Second one is issues of fundamental limitations of software technology. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you.